Hi folks, Helikon Tex Bushcraft Satchel, beautiful product. As I mentioned before, I have that in a couple of colors. I want to use this for the outdoors, not really for any kind of business. I mean, tan color still, Japan works, but let's say this is my dedicated bushcraft satchel. Bushcraft, okay? You can find out all the dimensions on all the other YouTuber movies and reviews, as well as from Helikon Tex. Same like with the Cordura material. You don't need me to tell you about that. What I always want to show is how roomy that item is, or how you can attach items and so on and so forth, right? Let's go directly from the side. I really like these smaller first aid kits from Helikon Tex, and a long time ago I had a contact in the States who produced these kind of detachable hook and loop items with molly, and this is a rip away. So I mean, like, not really because I secured that, but it is supposed to be a rip away, which works on the pulse molly on the outside here. Strap for your key, which also is, I want to say Bentley, but it's useful for your blood type. You have on each side these two different type of pouches. It's a little bit hard to see. This one goes through, which means hatchet or longer knife, which you can clip on and secure maybe with a grimlock or something like that, or a loop, whatever, because you have pulse here as well. And the other one is closed. You can show that on the other side very easily. I put some glow sticks in here, and the other one is still empty because I'm not running around with a hatchet here. Somebody maybe call the police and say, like, there's a strange foreigner running around in the forest. Also, I attached a scissor holder here. You know, this is the same company from before. I'm not sure they are still existing. There was a kind of, yeah, anyway. Another D-ring here, which I had flying around, right? And that's actually it, you know. There is a possibility to attach something here, so I'm thinking if I buy me a Foxhole in Coyote color as well, attach that here to the bottom and extend the volume of this already quite large bag. Okay, so I take that off for a moment. Yes, I do that all by myself today. Cameraman has some other things to do. I mentioned that before. I have a cushion here, right? This is really, the pad for the shoulder is really nice. I mean, the strap is quite wide, but and I mean, like, let's be honest, right? This is not like 10-15 kilo. This is still bearable for standard, but there is a company here in Japan who sells that for the seat belt, and come to us. Small daisy chain, cool color. I could do without this one here, but also Cordura, quite comfortable, fits perfectly on all my Helikon Tex bags, also as a 511 collection, which I still have somewhere. Anyway, yeah, so you get some of these. I think makes carrying much easier. You don't shove your neck if you fill that up with 2 water bottles, for example, or whatever, and yeah, make your life easier, not harder, right? Zipper, very nice and easy. YKK, if I'm not mistaken, right? I always like this small leather thing here. I'm not sure why. It doesn't actually do anything for the bag itself, but it's a nice accessoire, I would say. Outer pocket or outer pouch, you can see that I have a chocolate bar because it's cold. I need some energy maybe later. I have a old 511 fleece, which is still working very well, and a Ride in the Rain notepad in case I want to note something. Actually, this was more because I wanted to have something in here so you can see the dimension. And this is, anyway, nice zip up. So, main compartment. Not sure how I do that today without the cameraman. So, let's see. Yeah, that might work. Okay, I have a shamrock. I love these things. And yes, I have a very big pouch here on that woodman's anorak. Some tangerines, which I can throw on the ground. That's what I was looking for. I have a small, that has nothing to do with the bag, but whatever I throw from now on the ground. doesn't end up in the leaves. Okay, so for example, the shamak. Then I have a putt, which I want to get in a different color as well. I have a sunglass holder. There's still space, you know. This is a really huge compartment. You have one bottle holder on each side. Takes easily a 1 liter Nalgene. I have in the other one. Let me pull that out. The Super Tarp Mini with ridgeline and how you say to these stakes, and I have the Helikon Tex map case, and because I was not sure if I put up a tarp or not, I have this beautiful Swagman poncho roll in here, and one Stanley ginger and lemon honey inside, nice and warm. Anyway, you're not so interested in that. So you have this mesh pouch where I put my battery, and that's it. So you can see this is really huge. You can put a small child in there, carry that around, or your dog if you are one of these people, which I never understand, but it's a different issue. So roll that together. I mean, it's a little bit tricky now because I don't want to detach everything. You roll that together, you throw that on top of your backpack, you throw that in your car. That's why I say 1, 2, 3 of these, which is quite affordable. I'm not sure, for me everything is freaking expensive now. The Japanese yen is declining, and it makes it really hard for me. But enough whining. Bushcraft Satchel, Helikon Tex, beautiful. Comes in a myriad of colors. You check that out on their homepage. You don't need me to tell you about that, right? So, as I said, this is a Coyote. You have plenty of possibilities to attach something. This is a old 511 comms pouch. When they made really good gear this time, I bought a lot of 511. I had before a channel with a lot of 511 stuff. And I said like this, let's quickly take that off here. You can see how that works. I like that with voila. And you have that small med pouch, med kit, or whatever you want to put inside there. And back you are. I clip that on so I cannot accidentally lose that, or it rips on a leaf, branch or whatever. Not on a leaf obviously, but on a branch. So what else to say? You get that in a gray or black, or depending on what kind of business or job you do, in one of these fancy camouflage patterns. You know, I would like to get that in Rhodesian brush stroke, you know, but I'm not sure I can use that wherever. And anyway, this one would work perfectly for business bag as well here in Japan, definitely, no problem, nobody would blink an eye. The black one is usually my go bag if I go to the city, because I don't really care. I throw whatever I buy in there, you know. You don't need to carry an extra bag or whatever. They have also this so-called carry-all. It's a kind of polyester, not Cordura. And sometimes I throw that in as well, so I walk with slung over on each shoulder one of these kind of satchels, and especially when I'm in Tokyo and I need to do some shopping, really convenient. Or benly, new word you learned in Japanese today for me. Okay, I would say enough said. Hope that gives you a nice in-depth view of these. There are myriads of Helikon Tex movies now out on the internet, so maybe you learned something new from me. Thank you very much for watching. Watch your 6. We'll be golden.